highlights one of Malaysia's legendary warrior, which is Mat Kilau. And before we start, I would like to ask both of you guys, do you guys usually enjoy watching historical movies?
Yes, right.
Yes, me too. Okay, I'm so excited. So let's start our discussion with Zai.
Alright, so this movie was directed by Samsul Yusof, one of the famous director that has created many successful films across Malaysia. So this one movie is one of the most successful film he ever created that has generated over 90 million Malaysian ringgit. The film is based on true story of Mat Kilau bin Imam Rasul, a Malay warrior that's from Pahang. He fought against the British in the late 80s. The director wanted to revive our spirit and love for our country. What makes this movie special is how they mix history, religion and culture onto one scene. The show highlight a very interesting fighting scene, a very epic one, and also the value of leadership, unity and faith. Personally, we choose this film because it reminds of the importance of knowing our history and appreciating the sacrifice made by those before us. Now I will pass it to Anna, who will explain more about the storyline.
Thank you, Zarif. To get into the storyline, I will start with this movie. Mat Kilau, Kebangkitan Pahlawan, is actually set in Pahang in the late 80s. It all started when British start to control parts of the state. And at first, they actually want to help with the administration, but they actually manipulate the villages to gain power and resources in Pahang. Yeah. And what makes the villages mad is they forced villages to pay heavy taxes, and they also disrespected the local traditions, and also most heartbreakingly is they also disrespected Islam. Yeah. And because of that, many leaders in Pahang at that time were afraid to speak up and defend their land, but not to Mat Kilau, and also his father, Tok Gajah, and also his very loyal friend Awang, because they decide to stand up and defend their land, even though they know it is a bit risky. Because at that time they don't use and they don't actually have any modern weapons. Yeah, instead of they only use traditional weapons and also their silat skills. But the main thing is they still have faith and unity. To highlight in the storyline is where the most of the fighting scenes, yeah, is actually you can see that it always happen in the jungle, because as you all know, in this movie, the jungle is the most safest place, and it is also the symbol of their freedom.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is because villages there is so common in silat skills, and yeah, and they don't have weapons to fight back. That's why they always practice silat in their generation. This silat scenes is not only about fighting scenes that includes physical harms or something, but it is also touch the power of spirit and also belief. And for me, the most what we the most memorable scenes, for me, is when Mat Kilau himself gives a speech to his people to motivate them. I remember this line: a nation without history will lose its identity. Yeah. This beautiful sentence showing that how important story is to our country. And this movie, Mat Kilau Kurang Pahlawan, is not that always showing the scenes that they always fighting and silat and or something, but they also shows that betrayals that happen among them. Because there's one scene where it shows some locals are side with the British to gain powers. With this sense, it also creates a conflict not just between the Malays and also the British, but also among the Malays itself. Okay, so to conclude, no, not to conclude, but to end this movie, because at the ending part, actually the British team thought that they have already won the war. They already have won the war, but it is not, because at the last part, Mat Kilau and his people continue to fight back. And if you notice that in this movie, they did not show Mat Kilau and his people dying or surrendering or something, because it is open-ended, which is symbolizing the struggle for freedom never ends. That's all from me. Amy, would you? Oh, okay. By the way, Amy, do you think this movie like this actually make young generation proud with the country?
Yes, I think this kind of movie makes future generation proud with our country, because it shows a lot of our warriors' sacrifice. Yeah, I think
That's right. I agree with you. And Amy, I heard you want to talk some more about the themes and also characters, right?
Yeah.
Let me start.
Alright. Thank you, Anna. The movie features several strong and meaningful characters. Mat Kilau himself is portrayed by Adi Putra. He represents bravery, leadership, and strong religious faith. He always put his people first before him, which is showing what it means to be a true leader. The next one is Tok Gajah, played by Jalaluddin Hassan, is Mat Kilau's father. He is wise and firm, which is a symbol of knowledge and spirituality. He often reminds his son to fight with both courage and faith. Awang, acted by Begum Shairi, is the loyal friend who fights side by side with Mat Kilau. Through him, we see the importance of friendship and courage. There are also side characters like Wahid and Haji Bakir, who add layers of conflict. Some of them show betrayal, while others represent people who have faith, who still have hope. Then now let's look at the themes in this movie. First, patriotism. The movie teaches us to love and defend our homeland, even without modern weapons. Mat Kilau and his men fought bravely for their homeland. Second, faith and religion. Islam is shown as a source of strength. The characters always remind each other to fight with the right intention, which is for Allah and for justice. Third, unity. I'm sorry.
Sorry, complete.
Yeah, fine. Okay, third, unity. The movie highlights how people must unite, regardless of status or tribe, to face a common enemy. Division only makes us weaker. Fourth, courage and leadership. Makilau shows that real leadership comes from heart and integrity, not position or wealth. From these themes, there are many moral values we can learn. For instance, courage, loyalty, sacrifice, and faith. For me personally, this movie taught me that being patriotic doesn't mean going to war. It can also mean appreciating our cultures, respecting our elders, and contributing positivity to our nation.
Good example, Aini. And I would like to ask if you could describe Makilau in one word, what would it be?
I think one word that can describe him is inspiring. I admire him a
Good
lot. And
example, Aini. And one more thing, I would like to ask you, if you could describe Makilau in one word, what would it be?
I think one word that can describe him is inspiring. Makilau shows us that we need to be intelligent in order to protect our country. That's it.
Thank you, Aini. And that is so beautiful example for us. And it is the end of our discussion for today. But before we finish, I would like to ask both of you, if both of you were in that period, what would you want to do?
If you ask me, if I happen to be in that period, I would actually interested in learning the silat skill of Makilau, because if we go through the movie, the silat that Makilau used is not common practice in today's world. In other words, the element of silat that is used in the movie is very unique. It has their own element, and the silat also highlight the importance of spirituality and faith onto our religion. That's what make their element of silat is very unique compared to others in nowadays. What do you think, Aini?
Yeah, for me, I think my answer will be the same as Sarif. I would love to learn silat as I have never learned it before. And silat gives us a lot of
discipline to us.
Discipline or what? A lot of discipline.
I mean, increase our stamina and give a lot of benefit to us. Yeah, I think that's all for me.
Thank you, Aini and Zarif. Both of you guys have answered my question beautifully. So I think it is the end of our discussion for today.
Yes.
Okay. So again, I am Mary Shakira Jeffrey.
And I am Ahmad Zarif Hamdani bin Ahmad Husni.
And I'm Nuraini Akila binti Muhammad Iwan.
And we have done our discussion. Thank you so much.
Bye.